the ProArt PA32UCG is showing me very clear, defined shadow detail, and I love that.
Hi everybody, welcome and thanks for joining the ProArt Masters Talk event. Today we are really honored to have Kevin, who is the president of the Colorist Society International. He's going to give us his perspective about how our latest ProArt display, PA32UCG, is. Hi Kevin.
Hi Blake, pleased to be here. Thanks for having me. It calibrated beautifully, and I might add also very easily. And in HDR modes, that 1600 nit peak brightness achieves a static contrast that is truly inspirational. Well, the main thing is I can really trust it. Plus, it handles television, cinema, internet, all the HDR standards that I have to deal with. So I can both master and I can do the quality control checks on the deliverable versions as well. And I really love that it has so many inputs. 3 HDMI, DisplayPort, Thunderbolt. That really helps me because I have 2 workhorse computers, a Mac and a PC, and each one needs 3 display outputs. I also love that it has a lot of future-proof features. That makes the purchase decision much, much easier. Things like the refresh rate, the HDMI 2.1 support, all of these HDR modes, calibration support, the 1000 nit full screen sustained, as well as the 1600 nit peak brightness. And, the list just goes on. It's a great display. Those high-end displays cost as much as 5 times more than the PA32UCG. And their peak brightness is still only 1000 nits compared to the 1600 nits on my new UCG monitor. So this ProArt is really very, very exciting. So the ProArt PA32UCG has a HDR preview mode, which allows me to set the display up exactly as I need it and not rely on flags or metadata or input cables. The main benefit of the 120 Hz refresh rate is going to be for the games community. But in color grading, we use sophisticated control panels with dozens of knobs, balls, buttons. It's a bit like a sound mixing desk if you've ever seen one of those. And it's important that the image on the screen has no delay from the control panels. Otherwise, by the time I see the correct image, I'll have adjusted it too far and I have to pull it back. So this is the first time I've had a reference display with 120 Hz refresh, and I'm literally seeing how much faster that feels. And the PA32UCG has a great new feature. And with the latest ProArt Calibration 2 software, I can even recalibrate the factory preset modes and save that as a new profile to keep the monitor perfect, even over time. This display does everything a colorist needs, regardless of what market you're working in. It's very precise, it's clear, it calibrates beautifully, right to spec. So color grading decisions are going to be very clear, very precise. And it also makes an ideal quality control device because it supports all the standards that we have to check. I'm really impressed. Even in regular television grading, the ProArt PA32UCG is showing me very clear, defined shadow detail, and I love that. It calibrated beautifully, and I might add also very easily. And in HDR modes, that 1600 nit peak brightness achieves a static contrast that is truly inspirational.